Unable to endure life in a wealthy family, she decided to change her identity through plastic surgery. But an accident during the procedure caused her to lose all her memories. Strangely, during the more than 2 months she spent in the hospital, not a single person came looking for her. Until one day, someone finally called her phone. It turned out to be about a job she had arranged before the surgery, and she immediately accepted it, arriving at the mansion where she would work completely unaware that this was the very place she had tried so desperately to escape. Since all new employees had to be interviewed by Johnny, Layla followed him into his office. Out of nervousness, she began twirling her hair with her fingers, and Johnny noticed every detail. A gust of wind blew, knocking a handkerchief off the desk. Layla bent down to pick it up and noticed that the initials embroidered on it were exactly the same as the blood-stained handkerchief in her bag. As she stood there in a daze, Johnny took the handkerchief back and hired her, telling her to follow the housekeeper to learn the rules. The housekeeper emphasized that the basement was strictly off limits and must never be entered. Over the past 2 months, Johnny had been unable to find Layla. He had begun to think she might have met with an accident and had been living in a depressed state. Johnny's mother forged Layla's signature and sent him a divorce agreement. This finally pulled him out of his slump, as it proved Layla was still alive. He decided to throw a grand birthday party for their daughter and instructed the guards not to be too strict, believing Layla would try to sneak in for her daughter. Layla changed into her work uniform and began her duties. Along the way, she overheard many rumors about Johnny and his wife. Some speculated that Johnny had cheated, causing his wife to leave, and said their daughter had been unhappy ever since her mother disappeared. Hearing this made Layla feel uneasy. When she saw a little girl having her doll snatched by a boy, she stepped in to help retrieve it, but the boy falsely accused her of pushing him. Johnny's mother scolded Layla harshly. After work that night, the housekeeper informed Layla that she was fired for offending a guest. Layla tried to explain, but it was useless. The housekeeper told her that if she wanted to get paid for the day, she would have to wash all the tablecloths outside. With no choice, Layla continued working. Half asleep, the little girl wandered downstairs looking for her mother and accidentally fell into the swimming pool. Layla had gone outside for some fresh air and happened to see the child floating in the water. She immediately jumped in and pulled her out. Her cries alerted everyone in the mansion, and chaos broke out. Fortunately, the girl was not in danger. Seeing Layla soaked, Johnny brought her into a room and casually handed her one of his wife's dresses. She fumbled it, and as it fell, their hands touched. The familiar sense of intimacy startled Layla, and she quickly pulled her hand back. After changing, she came downstairs, shocking everyone. She had actually worn Johnny's wife's clothes. Johnny explained that he had given her the dress and told her to come to work on time the next day. Since she had saved his daughter, he decided not to fire her after all and even arranged for a driver to take her home.